The last parasite we will cover in the cestode lecture is Dipallidium caninum. Its common name is the dog or cat tapeworm because those are the main definitive hosts for this parasite, and humans serve as accidental hosts. So humans get infected when we ingest dog or cat fleas that contain cysticercoid larvae. So that is your infective stage. It's the cysticercoid larva. And this is more common in children than any other population because dogs and cats are frequently getting in the faces of kids and licking them. So it's easier for kids to ingest infected fleas if the dog or cat has them. The eggs and proglottids are unique, and that's how we're going to diagnose Dipallidium caninum, is by the eggs or gravid proglottids. The eggs exist in packets. So normally all the eggs we've seen so far exist singly in the feces. These actually exist in packets. So there's about 15 to 25 eggs per packet. Individually, they may resemble Taenia eggs in size and in shape, but there's no radial striations for Dipallidium caninum. But if you ever see a picture like this where it's a packet, there's a clear outer lining to the packet, it's not just a random clump, you know right away it's an egg packet for Dipallidium caninum. The gravid proglottids are described as pumpkin seed shape or pumpkin seed looking. All these polka dots resemble pumpkin seeds. So the gravid proglottids could also be seen in feces as well. The last slide is an important tissue infection that we need to cover. So far we've talked, all these cestodes have been intestinal, but this is a very important tissue infection to cover, and it's called cysticercosis. This is when humans accidentally ingest the eggs of Taenia solea. Now, if you'll recall from the Taenia lecture, how do we normally get infected with the Taenias? We normally get infected by ingesting Cysticercus larvae in undercooked beef, if it's aginata, or pork, if it's Taenia solea. So this is different. This is when humans accidentally ingest the egg. And this, whereas ingesting the larva could actually be asymptomatic, ingesting the egg could be fatal, and it results in cysticercosis. So we become the intermediate host, and we harbor the larva in our tissues. Remember, the intermediate host in the normal life cycle is the cow or the pig, and the larvae get into their tissues and embed in their muscle. This is when that stage happens to us because we ingest the egg and the larva develops in our tissues. This is very serious. And this can happen in any muscle, but it has a preference, it has an affinity for brain muscle. So 60% of patients with cysticercosis have larvae in the brain. And this, of course, could lead to fatalities. So especially in the lab, you need to be careful with handling egg-packed or ovipacked proglottids, because if you accidentally ingest any egg, that could be serious, but ingesting the egg of Taenia soleum could result in cysticercosis. And this is unique for Taenia soleum. This doesn't happen for Taenia saginata. So this is only a unique thing for this species. Ingesting the eggs of Taenia soleum can result in cysticercosis. And I thought this was a cool old picture. It's an old ad where people used to ingest tapeworms because they could theoretically the tapeworm would be inside of them and it would consume all the calories that they'd be ingesting, and they could eat and not gain any weight. So that, of course, is really dangerous, and it's illegal now to have a, to order a tapeworm. And but you still can't. I'm sure you still can. I don't know if you could find a tapeworm to buy from overseas or something really crazy, but don't do any of that.